Hey, it's BT, the BT Motogp Red Bull Ring review. Let's get right to it. Let me tell you something. What the Beatles and the Rolling Stones were to the British invasion and rock and roll back in the 60s, that's the Asian invasion in MotoGP. Moto 3 and Moto 2 showed what the Asian Talent Cup has brought to us, and they bought Sasaki and Suzuki. And and in Moto 2 they bought Agura and some track. By the way, I'll get to what he did in the race later. But anyway, Sasaki, what he performed at clinic, a double long lap penalty, and he still won. What? Heartbreak goes to Dennis Foggia. He was he still kind of can win this thing, but he was MIA. He was so MIA. Even Franco Morbidelli was like, yeah, I don't know where he was when it comes to MIA in a race. Trust me, I know what MIA in a race is all about. Sorry, Frankie. It's the truth. But anyway, I feel bad for Foggia. He kind of screwed us. He kind of screwed the pooch on this, but he still got a point, so we'll see. But anyway, props to Sasaki. Great race by him. He's too far out to win the damn thing, but you know what? He can take points away. And now I think Sergio and Guevara they're gonna start winning. And it's just this series is so good. Anyway, let's move to Moto 2. Agura, if you're going to play poker, if you're going to play cards with anybody, if you go to Vegas with anybody, go with Agura. That guy is straight up stone-faced Jackson. You don't know what he's thinking, you know, if he's happy or sad. But his teammates on track, what was he thinking? But you know what? But that's the beauty of MotoGP. If you think about it, the beauty of MotoGP, if it's in Formula One, no offense, but Formula One is so just like, all right, Lewis, please move over, Russell. But no, it's more champion. Lewis, please move over. George is faster, Lewis. George is faster. But no, Lewis, please do that for us. Thank you, Lewis. I hate those team orders in Formula One, but MotoGP, they let them race. But damn, Agura's going for a championship, and some try to act like, hey man, you want to play? Like, no, I'm trying to win a championship. Stop it. Remember on Little Rascals when Spanky was first, he said he didn't want to win, and then he said he did, and those kids were heckling him, and he was like, no, I want to win. They were like, yeah, whatever, and they do those spitballs at him, whatever. That's what that was like on Moto 2. If you don't remember that, then you're way too young, and I'm a little older than you. Anyway, but Moto 2, great race by ride of the race for Moto 2. Ride of the race Moto 2 goes to Pedro Acosta. Pedro Acosta's coming back from a broken leg. He didn't ride for 8 weeks. He still got a limp, and he still almost won a pole. He got nipped by Shaky Jake Dixon, who had a great ride, by the way, but still, got to give it to Pedro Acosta, man. Coming back from what he did and to be at speed, great for Pedro. Heartbreak goes to Chele Bang Bang, Chele Bang Bang, Celestino Vietti. You can't do that. Chele Bang Bang, Chele Bang Bang, Chele Bang Bang. You need the points. I don't know what's going on in his head. It's just racing. He was pushing. You can't blame the kid. But damn, the battle in Moto 2 is going to go down to Valencia. And I think Moto 3 is going to go down to Valencia. The racing is so great. Let's get to MotoGP. But yeah, so Heartbreak goes to Celestino Vietti. And the ride of the race to me goes to Pedro Acosta. I'm sure people are going to be bitching about it, but got to go with Pedro, man. The kid came back from a broken leg. Anyway, MotoGP. Pecco, yeah, he won. Great job. Yeah, he may have won the race, but Fabio won the war. You know what? To be honest, I don't know what that means. People always said that shit, and I was like, yeah, you're right. But anyway, but what Fabio did, he was supposed to get smoked by those Ducatis because they were supposed to take over. And what Fabio did was unbelievable. This kid, here's how much he wants to win. He dropped 2 kilograms or 2 kilos, one of the two. Basically, the size of your average drug deal in Miami, that's what Fabio dropped. He dropped that many kilograms or kilos, whatever. Like I said, your average drug deal in Miami, that's what he dropped. And that's how much he wants to win. He lost weight. So when you see him, it's like good job, Fabio. It's like, you know what? All I want is a sandwich and some speed. Can you do that? Can you do that, Yamaha? Can you give me some sandwiches and some speed? Could you, so I can eat? That's the sound of what a championship stomach sounds like. Feed the guy, Yamaha. Feed him speed and feed him some sandwiches so he can eat instead of lose weight, so he can make up some time because y'all gave him a bunk ass engine. What he's done is incredible. He's riding out of his mind, and the move he put on Miller, oh my God, that move was like a Barry Sanders move. Like, whoa. Fabio's riding out of his head. Great job, but at the same time, I got to give Pecco credit too. Remember, after the German GP, we thought Pecco was done, and Pecco, what champions do? He's not a champion yet, but what champions do? Pecco started reeling off victories. He's keeping a cool head, and let me tell you something. They're going to Mazzano, and like I said, nobody plays a better home game than the Italians. Man, they set it out. They're more aggressive, which is almost scary. They're more aggressive at home. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like going to the hood, and all of a sudden they find out they're even more aggressive. Like, what? They are? Anyway, the Italians at home, especially in Mazzano, oh my God, I'm salivating. It's like a Pavlov experiment just thinking about it. So, but Fabio's riding out of his fucking mind, and heartbreak goes to Jorge Martin. He went for the move. You got to give him credit. He went for the move. He crashed, but at the same time, I think it's a personal thing because to me, Bastianini should already have a ride. He's got 3 victories. Tres victores. I made that up. But anyway, he's got 3 victories. How do you not get a factor if you have 3 victories? Granted, the other races, it was a shit show. But still, he had 3 victories. And how come he can't get the factory ride? That's why I just really think they really want Jorge Martin. All Jorge Martin has to do is finish a race in the top 5, and I think he gets the factory ride. I just feel that. I feel for there's something going on there that they just don't like Bastianini. Like, I think he's the Italian outsider. You know, they're all Italian. We keep it all Italian, but he's the Italian outsider. Like kind of like being a light-skinned black dude and your family's really, really dark, and like you're part of the family, but they're like, you know, you know what I mean? Like, you got that good hair, you could pass for you, whatever. It's kind of like that. For some reason, Bastianini's rubbing the factory people the wrong way because he should already have that ride. He's got 3 victories anyway. And if I was the Italians, to be honest, if I was Pecco and Miller, every time I saw Fabio, I'd have like a plate of spaghetti or be like going, hey Fabio, you want something? And he'd be like, no, I'm good. On race weekend, I would just be eating around like I have a donut. You know, I'm just like, Fabio, you want something? He goes, no, you're a dick, Pecco. You're a dick. Feed me, Yamaha. Feed me. But that's the way what I would do. I mean, you got to play dirty, but not too dirty. Those guys are all friends. And speaking of which, Jack Miller is having a year that no one's talking about. He's riding out of his mind. Here's what I think. For one, they made a move they moved the engine on the Ducati. They moved the engine and it's more Miller friendly. But that was after he said he was leaving. They moved it, and now he's riding better. Plus, he's happy in his personal life. He's going to get married, and I think that you can tell he's matured. Jack is a different Jack, man. He's too far out for the championship. He's going to play a better wingman than, I mean, you know, the kind of guy you go to the club and your buddy's talking to a hot chick and he goes, hey man, could you help me out? And you go, okay, I'll take the sea creature and you take the hot chick. He goes, thanks man. You know, that's what he is. He's the perfect wingman. And if Pecco needs help, and let me tell you something, he's got Miller. And no offense to Frank, I hate talking bad about Franco because I love Franco, but I mean, Fabio was in this thing by himself. He's a one-man wrecking machine, Rock. He's a one-man wrecking machine. And that's what he is. It's Fabio by himself, but Pecco has Jack. And that might make all the difference in the world because Jack will fight you hard and Fabio's in it. It's just him. It's Fabio versus everybody, and I feel for him. Speaking of which, Aleix Spark, granted, they're going to mark it off as just one of them weekends, but Aprilia, hey, Aleix is going to have to win a race. And he's going to have to finish in the top 4 consistently from here on out. Yeah, he had a bad week. He finished 6th, but from here on out, he's going to have to win a race. And he's going to finish consistently in the top 4. And he's going to point Fabio in the next 3 races at least. Because that's what it's boiled down to. And Aleix has never really been there at the championship. So, you know, will that pressure get to him? Will it succumb to that pressure? That remains to be seen. But man, GP is so good this year, damn it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. So I hope you guys like this. Anyway, what else? Did I cover everything? I think so. Listen, anyway, MVP of the race, I got to give it to the MVP of all classes. I got to give it to Sasaki. What Sasaki has been through and the way he ran that race with a double long lap penalty, got to give it to Sasaki. He's my MVP. What do you guys think of the new sprint race format? Tell me what you think. I think it's great. Listen, if people who are bitching about it, remember back in the day when qualifying was 45 minutes and it really didn't kick off until the last 6 minutes, and you're like, really? I watched 34 minutes of bullshit when I could have just tuned in for the last 5 minutes. That's what, and then they changed the format to now they have the, kind of like a Super Bowl format, and it's worked out. So I think this sprint race is it's going to be interesting. People who are really, they start off like the hare instead of the tortoise. This might be good for them. Somebody like Miller, somebody who starts off really strong, they kind of fade. This might be, a way to gain some points. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think GP needs a new impetus to catch up with Formula One. We know we're better than Formula One, but hey, let's be honest. We need something new. We need some new, like I said, new young blood to get GP out to the masses, because to freaks like us, we get it. But anyway, so tell what you think of the sprint races. Tell what you think of the races. I give the overall racing, I give it an A-/B+. It was good racing. Borderline great. So I give it an A-. So what do you guys think of that? What do you think of to the sprint format? And who do you guys have for MVP? Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Sorry it took so long. As you can tell, I'm still excited about the racing. Can't wait for Mazzano. Until then, you know the word. Bye.